Hey everybody, it's your girl BondyBlue, and I am here to announce that I am teaming up with Reset by Design Wellness, a travel and wellness brand that focuses on empowering Black women like you and I, girl. And I am so excited because I have been wanting to go to Africa for forever, and I am finally getting that opportunity with this upcoming Heritage and Reset Wellness Retreat in Ghana. It's going down, y'all, in November 1st through the 9th, 9 days, 8 nights. It's going to be 2 different locations when we're on this trip. This is all inclusive. It's going to come with so many benefits, including an African ancestry test. There's going to be cooking classes, a boat cruise. There's going to be an opportunity to engage, to rejuvenate, to connect with one another, to connect with our ancestors. I am so excited about this, and I'm even more excited that some of my members will be coming along and we can experience Africa together, because this will be my first time. So I am so excited about this. I can't wait to go, and I hope that you guys will sign up. The link is down below in the description box. Don't worry, girl, I will be reminding y'all about this, so y'all might get tired of me talking about it, but that's okay, because it is important for us to all travel and have these amazing experiences, and some of them, girl, we need to have together. So go ahead down below in the description box, book it. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Oh, girl. Listen. What's going on, everybody? It's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back. I didn't think I was gonna be back for this, but here we are. Here we are. Again, not for the first or the second, probably the third good time that Joseline has allegedly and seemingly got involved in a drug-induced brawl. You know, I really wish that this was funny to me. I really wish that I was in some way entertained by this. But in all honesty, I felt so bad for Lex. I don't care that Lex was online popping her shit, because if anybody was actually watching Joseline's cabarets, where all of your dreams are never fulfilled, your desires are never, ever fulfilled, fucking around with Joseline's cabarets, okay? And she got those girls on that show, and it was an opportunity to help those girls elevate and get out of the strip club, as she would often remind us that she was not going back herself. So you know what it's like to be in these young women's position. And if it wasn't for a pimp named Stevie J, you would still be there. So for her to bring the girls on the show on Zeus Network and then proceed to abuse them and use them as a way to make herself feel grandioser, I don't know. Like she used those girls to make herself feel like Billy Badass. And I would like to remind everybody that just because you can fight does not mean you can't get your ass whipped. I also feel like just because you get into a fight with somebody, it does not mean that you should not show self-control and not try to kill someone. Because there were so many people online really just showing how low vibrational and bottom of the barrel ass they is. It just really was showing to me how a lot of y'all have such a evil and a fucked up mindset about life in general. Because a lot of y'all were really making excuses for what we were seeing here. And I don't know if you only saw one angle, ho. I don't know. I don't know if you only saw it from one angle. I'm not sure. But I really, really do not like the way y'all are caping for Joseline. I don't like the fact that Joseline has been given a space to acquire so many mindless fans, because I do believe that one of the young men that was also fighting Big Lex with Joseline was one of her fans. And I'm not talking about Melissa. A lot of y'all thought Melissa was the man. But no, baby. Melissa was not the only masculine looking figure that was doing entirely too damn much. I'm not about to play the video, so don't, because y'all not about to get no strike on my channel for showing this deplorable, disgusting behavior. Y'all not gonna get it from me. If y'all want to see the video, y'all better get y'all ass on Instagram and Twitter, or go look at somebody else's YouTube channel, because you're not gonna get it from me. I'm not playing it on my channel. I refuse to show that again. I didn't even like watching it. I saw it from 2-3 different angles, I think. And after that, I was like, I don't need to see no more of this. Because to me, it was terrible. And a lot of y'all felt like Joseline was so right about what happened with her and Amber Rose. But she wasn't, because you don't get to identify somebody for them so that you can make yourself aligned with them. Oh, no, because you like me. No, bitch, I'm not like you. We're different. We're different. Amber Rose has a right to feel however she feels about her identity. Period. Did she have a right to get up and hit Joseline? No. Do I believe that Joseline was fucking with her intentionally, trying to get a rise out of her? Yes. And in all honesty, because of the way this went down, I hope Amber Rose won that fight. Because of the way this went down and the way these fights often go down, I really wish Amber Rose won that fight. And I say that sincerely from my heart, that I wish you got your ass beat when you were sober and you didn't have 99 people behind you to hold somebody down as you hit them. A lot of y'all did not see it, but Lex was being held down. Security was trying to protect her, but in the process of them trying to cover her, it stopped her from being able to get up off the floor. It stopped her from being able to actually hit somebody and see where she was hitting, because so many people are hitting her from different directions. At one point, yeah, she took her heel off, because that's what you do when a whole bunch of people are hitting you from several different directions. You pull out your stiletto heel because they should then feel like, oh, if I come close, I might get jabbed in the eye with a stiletto heel, and I don't want that. So maybe I shouldn't continue to attack this person that's fighting by themselves. I don't care about anything Lex said online. I don't care. If this was a fair fight between her and Joseline, I probably wouldn't have cared. But the way Joseline gets all of these minion ass people to fight on her behalf so that she can jump in and start punching as Lex is already fighting other people. She didn't start square. They weren't having no fair fade. That wasn't no fair fade. And she don't fight fair. She ain't never fought fair because the bitch can't fight. I know y'all don't want to believe it because Joseline is walking around on whatever she's on, allegedly. That's where all of that strength came from. That's where all of that crazy and shit came from. That girl cannot fight. I've watched her on several different shows. Joseline is a person that talks a lot. And now that she has ballistics and a whole bunch of minions to fight on her behalf, she is able to jump people. That's why I canceled my Zeus subscription. Y'all know I was reviewing that show at one point, and I stopped reviewing it and I canceled the subscription because they jumped Amber on the last season of her show, which is why her show was put on pause. It wasn't just because of the pandemic and all of that. Her show was put on pause because her and her own man seem to get lit off whatever they're lit off of. And they like to act aggressively and fight and kick people in the chest with combat boots. Hold them down while she hits them. That's the type of shit they did on the last reunion show. That's why I said I'm not doing this no more. And then for everybody that thinks that Joseline is so proud to be black, please stop. She's not. Oh yeah, Erica Dixon really did whip her ass because she looked messed up after that fight, and Erica looked fine. Also, Erica wasn't trying to fight no men. Joseline was trying to fight Scrappy too, which is why her ass ended up getting knocked in them bushes the way she did. Somebody that be on stuff and they not thinking clearly. Yummy P, where's the... That's who was screaming Killer Joseline in the background? That's who was screaming that? I was wondering, because somebody was screaming in the background, Killer Joseline. I was like, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Ain't nothing that serious for y'all to feel like that energy was warranted on this weird ass reality TV show shit they doing on Zeus. We're not even gonna talk about whatever ignorant shit happened in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. I don't even have time for that. My problem came in where all of y'all got online and decided to cape for a bitch that wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire in hell. That's what happened to Lex. I don't know if y'all know, but Lex came on the show thinking she was going to be a minion for Joseline. And Joseline is a very much pimp-like woman. All of the pimp-like 101 tools and classes that she took during her matriculation as a prostitute, she then uses that against those girls on that show that look up to her. Lex was somebody that was there to fight for her. Lex was there because she wanted to be like Joseline, and Joseline thought she could just keep beating down on Lex. And eventually, Lex wasn't taking the shit no more. That's what happens every time. Those girls come on that show ready to lick Joseline's ass for an opportunity out of their dire straits. And she takes advantage of them. She gaslights them. She abuses them. And then when they respond to her abuse, she does shit like this. Because there was so many of y'all online acting like Lex deserved this. I don't care what that girl said on the internet, on that dumbass reality show. Kicking her on the ground. Y'all done pulled her wig off. Y'all done already jumped her. She is there with her breast exposed. And Melissa and Joseline are kicking through security, trying to kick that girl while she's on the ground. Y'all been fighting for how long now? We didn't even see the beginning of the fight. Lex was fighting somebody else. Lex was fighting a whole nother person, a girl that had on a white top and a black bottom or something like that. Security was trying to break it up. When security was trying to break it up, Joseline comes in and just starts hitting the girl. Melissa is also on the back end hitting the girl. Then whoever the light-skinned guy with no shirt on that looked like one of Joseline's minions, he started hitting her. And there were a whole bunch of big-ass men that started chasing his ass out the situation. At one point, one of them dudes pushed Joseline, and I was glad because I was like, you're doing too much. You hitting everybody. She hitting security. She hit another girl that was just walking in front of her. She hit that girl. That girl came back and threw a drink on her. Then we see them chasing that girl. Like, it's ridiculous, y'all. And this isn't the first time or the second time this has happened. The first time she got into what seems to be allegedly a drug-fueled fight was on... what that was, season 3 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reunion. She fought Tammy, Mimi, and Althea all in the same reunion show. Caused a huge melee. They had to shut the production down until they could calm the shit down. Had to have her on a completely different stage after that. That bitch had to go and get pregnant in order for us to start giving her time and patience again. I never liked Joseline, to be clear with y'all. There was a moment where I thought, okay, maybe there's some redeemable qualities. Maybe she's growing up. Maybe she's, maybe she's evolving. But no. First season, second season of her show, it became very clear that Joseline was still the same piece of dog shit that she's always been. Period. Now, I'm going to read to y'all what happened with Amber. And then I'm going to read to y'all what happened this time. So this is from March 16th, 2022. Okay? I forgot that the pandemic only paused her show one time after season 1. Once season 2 happened, we were on the roll. Okay? Season 3, child, I can't even keep track no more. Joseline Hernandez reality show are usually known for being turned up, and it seems like things may have reached an all-time high during the taping of the reunion of the show's latest season. It was the last season. On Wednesday, Amber Ali, one of the cast members from the show, went on live on Instagram and claimed she was attacked by Joseline as well as Joseline's fiance, Ballistic. While laying in a hospital bed, Amber said, "Yes, I'm in a hospital because Joseline kicked me and Ballistic attacked me. But I only came to the hospital because my ribs are very bruised because Joseline had on some big ass combat boots and she kicked me." Amber proceeded to lift up her hospital gown to show the bruise that was on her side. "So I have to make sure my ribs aren't broken or bruised. Other than that, shit, I'm good. Ballistic just ripped my hair off my head. He ripped my real hair out. We gonna handle this in court." Shortly after being released from the hospital, Amber went on live again and became emotional as she continued to recount the alleged altercation. While driving, Amber addressed Ballistic's alleged involvement and said, "You a whole fucking man and you gonna put your hands on me?" Which I do feel like was probably done during this fight that happened last night, but we just didn't get a clear picture of it. But I absolutely feel like he physically was a part of that fight. I knocked your bitch out, but your bitch is steady rushing me, steady attacking. Just kick the shit out of me. And this is what I'm talking about. Joseline attacks people, and then when people fight back, Ballistics comes out of nowhere to make sure they don't get a chance to fight back so Joseline can win the fight. When Joseline kicked me, Ballistic like, "Yeah, Amber, you gonna keep running up and she gonna keep doing it to your ass. She gonna drop kick again." But we know that's not really what be going on. Amber made it clear that she is looking to press charges against everyone that was involved. At the moment, Joseline nor Ballistic have responded to the allegations. They admitted that they did it. At the moment, they hadn't. But Joseline, because she's crazy and usually not in her right mind, got online and admitted to doing what she did to that girl. The only reason I feel like the case was dropped is because Amber probably didn't have the resources to continue to fight it. And if the state decided that they didn't want to take up charges, and they probably didn't because the shit happened during a filming of a reality show, which means they signed all of these different, because y'all know Zeus gonna make sure that them girls sign away the right to press charges if somebody do something to them. I believe the only reason Lex was probably able to do that is because this wasn't being filmed for and actually for their reality show. Because behind whatever happened was outside of the confines of something that was filmed for a reality show, that's probably the only reason why Lex was able to press charges in this situation. So let's fast forward to this situation, June 2023, since we was just talking about March 2022. Since a year and some change later, cops clearly got wind of the incident as Joseline Hernandez was arrested early Monday on at least 4 charges, including trespassing and battery. She certainly doesn't look pleased in her mug shots. Floyd Mayweather might have been throwing jabs this weekend, but Joseline Hernandez was handing out haymakers backstage, landing several on Big Lex. The former Love and Hip Hop star, dressed in light blue, was on hand Sunday during FM's exhibition fight against John Gotti III in South Florida, as were a ton of other Zeus Network connected reality stars, like Big Lex, for example. Lex, once featured on Joseline's own reality show, Joseline's Cabaret, was on the receiving end of a brutal beatdown during the boxing match. The video of her taking a whooping is viral on social media right now. I don't even like any of the language that they're using. You see Joseline holding Lex in a headlock while she wails on her, which got so violent and tumultuous, it actually ended up leaving BL flailing and topless. Clearly, she was already topless before that, but okay. Clearly, Joseline got the better of Lex in a moment. Eventually, the way they're discussing this fight as if these two women were just having a physical altercation and Joseline was whooping her ass, that is not what happened. That girl got jumped. Like, this is insane to me that TMZ is even reporting it this way. Clearly, Joseline got the better of Lex in the moment. Eventually, the women were separated. However, Joseline wasn't done using her fist. She continued to throw punches at a bunch of different people in the vicinity, even men, and seemed to strike at random. At one point, an unknown woman walking by all the commotion threw a drink in Joseline's direction and then got chased out of the building once Joseline realized where it came from. It's unclear what precipitated the brawl, but it obviously had Joseline in a wild state. Y'all really playing in our face right now with this language y'all using. This wasn't the only chaos in the building. Yeah, we know. Yeah, y'all. I'm sorry. This is like some of the worst shit I've ever seen. And I really do feel like because they put these black women in these Zeus network spaces, they put people in these Zeus network spaces, y'all feel like they're signing up to be abused. And I don't agree with that. And I don't like that. And I feel like that's my problem with Zeus Network. Y'all have no checks and balances for the protection of the people on these shows. It's all about, get them drunk, make sure that they have bad attitudes, fucked up dispositions, and let them fight, record it, and then make money off of it and discard them later. Make sure they can't sue if they end up getting too hurt in the process. All of y'all people talking about Lex knew what it was. Y'all are so like fucked up as people. I really want y'all to understand that, because I feel like the fact that you can't even put yourself in this girl's position for a minute, like nobody should treat anybody this way. It's just not even that fucking serious to me. It's not even that serious to try to almost kill this girl over some bullshit being said on a reality show. Everybody, first of all, is obviously on something. First of all, allegedly. Second of all, I feel like whenever boxing matches happen, there is a violent energy that is very transmutable. Meaning that the fight that's happening on the stage will then spill over into the people out in the crowd and the people backstage. They often have huge fights at boxing matches because the energy is so potent. People are in the crowd jeering, and cheering on and relishing in this very barbaric act of violence, right? Everybody's dredging that energy up. Then it proceeds to start affecting everybody around. And now you get situations like this. Now, let me tell y'all, Joseline performed. She performed, one of her terrible songs. Okay, it wasn't Do It Like It's My B-Day. That's all I know. Okay, but she performed one of these terrible ass songs before the fight and all of that took out. And based on her performance, it was given, I was scared, I was nervous, and I decided to do something to help me be able to do this performance without being scared. And then after, I'm feeling all of the hyped up energy, and then the fight, and then I see somebody who I got beef with, and now I'm not stopping. I'm going and I'm going and I'm not stopping. Y'all want to talk about some shit that's demonic? This shit is demonic. It's funny to me how y'all see somebody with a red costume on stage with some horns and shit, and now it's demonic, right? That's demonic. But this shit y'all find funny. This shit y'all online with like, ooh, laughing emojis. Joseline was whipping her ass. And I'm just like, oh yeah, is that what y'all saw? Because I saw one girl getting stumped out by men and women in a place and nobody seemed to help her. Not really. I'm sorry. That's not cool to me. That shit not funny. That shit not okay. That shit not entertaining. None of that shit. I couldn't even keep watching it because I thought it was so terrible. Look at her. The way y'all champion this type of behavior is insane to me. And maybe I'm just getting too fucking old. Maybe I'm just getting too old for this shit. But this is not okay, y'all. This is not cool. Listen, all energies have a time. All energies, fighting, all of that has a time and a place. But like I tell y'all, with everything that's dangerous, you need to weigh it. You need to weigh it. Y'all have very cut and dry ideals about shit. Oh, she talks shit. Oh, well, she deserved that. Okay, bitch, end up in jail behind bars for the rest of your life crying about how you made a fucking mistake and I'm human. How about acting like a human when you realize that you have done enough? You've done enough. It's enough now. Now you can stop. The lack of self-control that y'all champion is out of this world. And yes, I see y'all. The fact that this bitch is somebody's mama is insane to me. I remember Joseline crying to her mama and her stepdaddy on like the first season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because she wanted, the Mona and them wanted to like soften Joseline to us because not only did they think the bitch was a man, but nobody liked her at the beginning of the show. Y'all can fake in front all y'all want to, but nobody liked her at the beginning of this. And they wanted to make her likable. So they started showing us where she came from and her upbringing. And I remember her in a terrible little wig, okay? Looking like a little Puerto Rican boy in drag. In that little bitty, that shake and go wig she had on. Y'all remember it. It was terrible. The hair has definitely upgraded since then. But she was having this conversation and it really sounded like, and what I felt from it was she felt like her mom chose a man over her. Like her mom went and had her relationship with the stepdaddy and just completely forgot about her. Just let her have to fend for herself so that she can go and have this great love affair bullshit with this man. That's what it felt like she was saying to her mom. And to me, it looks like you are doing exactly what your mama did to you, but you're doing it even worse because you got drugs, money, and celebrity to keep you thinking that the life you living is okay. You making money, you getting fame off of it. It makes you think that it's worth it. But something tells me Bonnie Bella is probably not safe in their household. And I'm not saying anybody's doing anything to her, but I'm telling you the type of energy that Joseline and Ballistics exhibit. They exhibit that same energy at one time or another with that little girl. You know what I'm saying? With her in the house. Because they probably fight each other or get into altercations or whatever the fuck. And that little girl has to be in that space with this same chaotic, crazy ass energy. And Stevie J ain't nobody that could come and take Bonnie Bella. Yeah, maybe when he was with Faith. But he ain't in a position to come and take that little girl from this woman in this crazed, fucked up situation that she's in. It absolutely is given. I'm willing to put everything that I know about my own upbringing and the pain of it in the back of my mind and do it to my own daughter because I'm in it. Now I'm doing it. It is what it is. And she gonna cry to us. And y'all gonna feel bad for her and we gonna rinse and repeat. Not me. I'm done. I've been done. That's why I ain't when they say, oh, they doing a new show, I say, bitch, I wish the fuck I would review it. I have not reviewed anything on Zeus Network since Joseline's show, and I refuse to. It has no real value. It's just people at their lowest point fighting it out for a check. And if you're going to do that, I'm going to need for you to at least have it to where these people are not allowed to hurt each other to such a degree that is happening in front of us right now. There's no control. There's no checks and balances, and that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. Even fucking Jerry Springer had 50-11 security guards on stage to make sure that if these fights go down, there's a method to the madness. We're not going to let people just get stumped out, bloodied up, broken, bruised ribs and shit. We're not letting that go down. They can get a few smacks. They can get a few windmills in. And then y'all jump in and y'all break that shit up. But y'all don't just let people continue to wreak havoc on one another in this way for profit. That shit is crazy to me. I'm sorry. It's not cool. It's not okay. Joseline is, to me, allegedly a drugged out bully. Bottom of the barrel, low vibrational, crazy ass individual that needs help. And really doesn't need to be parenting anybody. Oh, I heard that she was real sober on Drink Champs. I heard. Just like she was sober on College Hill. She was sober on College Hill. She was. which is why she was able to actually have the argument with Amber versus just getting upset and charging at Amber like she would have done. But because she was sober, she was able to, over time, keep picking at Amber, keep picking at Amber, keep picking at Amber. And Amber keeps telling y'all, all my life I had to fight. I'm talking about Amber, Amber Rose. Kept telling y'all, all my life I had to fight. Y'all assume because people look a certain way that they can't fight. But Amber looked real regular after that fight. And we ain't see Joseline's face. And she made it a point that she didn't want y'all to see her face. And also, yes, I don't really fuck with drink champs like that, because it feels like a capitalization on the idea that you can get people drunk and take advantage of them. And I'm all for getting zooted, y'all. I'm all for getting a nice little level going and having a good time. But the way they do it, it just sometimes seems like, yeah, we're going to get these motherfuckers drunk and get them to say some crazy shit so our show can go viral. Yeah. And it's creepy to me. And it reminds me of the way men try to get women drunk so that they can take advantage of them. It's weird to me. Yeah, y'all. And somebody needs to arrest Ballistic and Melissa as well, and whoever that light-skinned young man was with no shirt on. I do appreciate the men in the room, because there was a specific camera angle. This camera angle right here, y'all. This man who was holding this camera, even though he was holding the camera, he was the one that when Ballistics was screaming at Lex, Joseline's still trying to hit Lex. Ballistic turns around and tells her, stop. Not now. Stop. But then he turns around and proceeds to berate and scream and holler at Lex. The dude who was holding the camera said, hey, baby, come on, come over here. Come over here. The cameraman said, come over here. And that's when we see Lex get up and try to cross over those boxes, because the cameraman was trying to help her get away from them. So that was one of the first times I didn't ever heard somebody that's recording something also trying to help the person get out of the situation. Hey, man, stop that shit. Why you just stop? Hey, man, stop that shit. And I'm going to tell you another thing I noticed. Ballistic, being a big ass, out of control nigga himself, has a lot of the other niggas in the room scared. This dude with green on seemed to be the only one that had enough balls to step to him and be like, hey, man, chill out. And that's why Joseline is pointing at this dude with the green on, because he walked up to try to step in it, because Ballistics is this girl just got rocked by all these people trying to collect herself, and Ballistic is standing over her screaming at her like some fucking pimp or something. And the dude in the green jumps in, and then Joseline is trying to fight him. Yeah, no, y'all are out of control. Y'all are out of control. And Melissa, remember when you said this to Mimi? Mimi said she couldn't fuck with you no more because you wanted to be friends with Joseline. And you said to her, you cannot judge me based on other people's accent. Bitch. If that statement didn't come back to bite you in the ass. This is a lesson I want everybody to learn here, people. 1,500 people in the room. Hear ye, people. If somebody is going to champion this type of behavior, if somebody is going to be friends with somebody long term that exhibits this type of behavior, they a snake ass motherfucker too, and you don't need to be around them. Pay attention to all your friends that was giggling and sniggling and thinking this shit was cute. Pay attention to all of the homegirls that was arguing on Joseline's behalf, because you need to be careful of those people, because those are the very people that act this way in real life and feel like it should be okay because it's what they do. So pay attention to everybody you saw in the comments, everybody you saw on Twitter laughing at this shit, because they'll watch you get jumped like that too, because they'll stand on the sidelines and let Shanquilla Robinson type shit happen to you as well, because you can't tell me that that's not a similar energy. All people jumping on one person and y'all letting it happen. When the shit was happening with Shanquilla Robinson, y'all was all up in arms on the internet. Now that it's happening in this exact same manner, y'all online talking about Lex knew what was up. She knew what it was. What are y'all talking about? Go touch some fucking grass. When people tell y'all to do that, they really mean you need to go and reassess your shit. Free your mind and your ass will follow. Because y'all not right in the head. Y'all not. Y'all not. I feel like even when we was watching Love and Hip Hop back in the day, it wasn't like this. I stopped watching and stopped reviewing Bad Girls Club over a decade ago because of this type of behavior. Because it's never been okay. I don't care how old you are. It's not okay. Y'all need to do better than this. Like I said, y'all, violence has a time. Aggression and all of that has a time and a place for when it is necessary. But the times where y'all just out here wilding like this and you think this is funny, you think this shit is okay, something is wrong with them and something is wrong with you if you think that this was okay. I don't really care. I don't. Because as soon as you have to go to jail behind this, then everybody's going to be all upset and shit. Then we going to want free motherfuckers. No. How about you not get to this point? How about you not let it get to this point? Like, I just can't. I just can't, y'all. This shit is hard to watch. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. My members, I'll be posting the link soon for Weekends on, and we can talk about something that is far less problematic. Problematic still, but far less problematic than this. Y'all make sure y'all check out my Color Purple Now That We're Grown, because it's some of my best work, baby. Okay? I love y'all. I hope y'all stay protected. I hope y'all protect y'all energy. I hope that y'all start to weed out the people in y'all lives that enjoy and relish in this type of energy, because it's dark and it's not okay. Child, I'm about to go take a fucking Krav Maga class. I'll be damned if a bitch catch me in the head like that. All right, y'all.